Well, good morning. It's going to be a great day. Every day's a great day. We can get up and wiggle our toes. It's a great day. If you're not feeling well, I pray you start feeling well real soon because I know that can be aggravating. I pray that for everybody every day that hears this. And let's get started into our Bible devotion and see what it has for us today. Let's go over here. Oh, look, I transitioned a little bit better. So, this is the priority of service. And we're in Galatians chapter 5, verses 13 through 15. And I would suggest you to go read in Galatians. Oh, there's my nose again. Like I say, it's allergies. Oh, my book's moving on me, of course. So we're going to read this, or I'm going to paraphrase it like I do the whole Bible study. I put it in a nutshell. So it says, "For brethren, ye have been called unto liberty. Only use not liberty for an occasion to the flesh." So it's like, whenever you feel like it. "But by love and service of one another, for all the law is fulfilled in one word, even in this, thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself." We've always heard that one, haven't we? "But if ye bite or devour one another," gossiping, putting each other down, fussing, arguing, "take heed ye be not consumed one of another." That means just the banter back and forth, the argument back and forth. Don't do that to one another. We got enough going on without doing that. You're telling me. Whew. Okay, in the story today, it's talking about a doctor in a small town, and he had to deliver bad news to a man that was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer. And he was the last appointment he had for the day, and the patient left. The doctor prepared and got ready to go home, and when he reached the parking lot, he saw an elderly man struggling with his car and had the hood up, and he looked like he needed help. So he walked over and got closer, and he realized that there was a man already underneath the ground working on the car. Then once he looked a little bit closer, he realized it was his patient, his last one that he talked to about his cancer. When the car had started and the elderly man drove away, the doctor said to the patient, "Well, how have you been doing? I mean, what were you doing?" And he's like, "I was helping out." He answered, "My cancer didn't say I couldn't help other people who were in need." And that's true. As I'm paraphrasing you, I've sort of read ahead, so I always tell people that. I don't read everything word for word, but I always give it to you in my nutshell version. But the priority of service. We can really make a difference in people's lives. We really can make a difference in people's lives. And Jesus can really use us. Don't limit that area of your life. It's one of the greatest gifts that God gives us when we help each other. So right here, there's always excuses we find to avoid serving or helping others. There are always other priorities which could be devoted to our time and attention. I've met a lot of people that way. I mean, I've done it myself, get busy doing something like, oh, I can't do that, or I can't take that person here or there. I've got a doctor's appointment, or I've got I just got home from work. I'm tired, but something lays on your heart, go and visit, and you go and visit anyway, and you're so glad you did. Every time I see someone in need, I want to stop and help them. And sometimes I don't, because things get in my mind going, well, you're not as strong as you used to be, or you can't do this, or you can't do that. And sometimes it don't take all that. sometimes I think you could just stop and pray with somebody. So I'm working in that in my own life. It makes such a difference. I find out the smallest things make the people the happiest because they feel invisible. A lot of people do. I didn't even realize that. We just walk among all these people, and when you help them out or give them attention or just, I mean, something small, they are so grateful. And I think we've gotten numb to being sympathetic or helping other people out because we always think they're going to use me or hoodoo me. If it's a stranger and say they're being deceitful and you help them, you don't understand. You're still helping them. You can pray for them, and God will break that deceit out of their life. I mean, they won't keep trying to mislead people or whatever. The power of prayer is very impactful. God's always fighting for you, so don't always look at, someone trying to scheme you or do something, or why they're holding up that sign for food or whatever. Some people are deceitful, but they have to deal with that. But I'm going to do what God tells me to do, but I'm going to pray for you. If I find out that you were deceitful, I'm praying for you even harder because, man, that takes a messed up person to act like you're homeless and not really be homeless or something like that. That's even worse off. So pray for everyone you see in the situation they're in. It's not a good situation if they have to be that deceitful to make it through life. There's something wrong. So don't let that stop you. But if we live as Jesus lived and follow his footsteps, then we must be willing to make the sacrifice necessary to serve. Again and again, Jesus gave up his time and strength and helped others. Though he was God, healing others took a toll on Jesus, a toll that he thought worthy of paying. Jesus even realized, and when people touched him to be healed like the woman did, he knew the virtue had left out of his body because he had a human flesh body. And the body wants to retire. We age every day. So when the power left, even just touching his clothes, he knew it. That's how powerful God was in the flesh. That's amazing to me. But anyway, he immediately knew it. And then he asked who had touched him, and the lady had touched him or whatever. But he said, "Who touched my clothes?" And that was Mark chapter 5, verse 30. Go read that whole story. A lot of people know it. That a woman had a blood condition for 12 years, and she touched him of his garment. But there was other people in the Bible that touched him of his garment as well and was healed. I'm telling you right now, the Bible is a trip. It is something to read. If we see others as Jesus did, as precious people with a great need, we will be more willing to humble ourselves and serve them. Today's growth principle: we have no higher calling than to be humble servants of others, just as Jesus was. Serve today. First, spend time with the Lord. Take care of yourself. I know this is not about serving others, but you got to take care of yourself physically. God's okay with that. And then you serve God the rest of the day. Your mind's right, your heart's right, and your body's right. It's mind, heart, body, and soul. You spend time with the Lord. If it's 10 minutes, you go walking for 10 minutes, whatever you can give. And then you got the other 16 hours to do what you need to do. But always give God, always start out, say a minute a day. But whatever you can give, if it's a minute, 10 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour. And usually, if you can do an hour, that's amazing. And then just start your day, because usually people have 16-hour days. I did sometimes 18 hours. But I found I broke mine up into 15 minutes, like in the morning, at lunchtime, in the evening when I got home. I just broke it up where it's smaller. But I ended up giving, 30, 45 minutes a day all throughout the day. But I did priority walking or doing some kind of workout. I'm trying to get back to that now. Because it's very important to take care of yourself. Because if you don't take care of yourself, you can't take care of other people. And that's mentally, physically. I'm talking about the whole package, mentally, physically, and spiritually. Can't neglect any of it, and God don't want you to. And when you do that, you have the time and energy. And even though it's inconvenient, people call you at certain times, but it's what we need to do is serve each other and help each other and love each other. We need to show the love of Jesus now more than ever. So love on someone today. And just remember, God loves you, I love you, and I'll talk to you later.